Hello and welcome to everyone that is listening to this. Today we're going to have another interesting conversation, this time with Robert McCandless. This one is quite different because Robert just completed his freshman year at Maryland University, and we thought it would be quite interesting to interview someone, let's say, quite fresh in the field, and to find out why fire engineering after all. Thanks, Robert, for doing this.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to be here.
So we have a few questions for you today because we'd like to get to know you better. So this is a question we are asking everyone in a way or another. We're interested to know, how did you find out about fire engineering and why did you choose to follow this degree?
Right, that's a good question. Honestly, I first heard it from my mom. She told me about it. She said that she knew someone that does it. So then I reached out to him, and he told me about the field and got me interested into it. So at my first year in Maryland, I decided to take an intro class during the first semester to see what this was all about, and I ended up liking it, and I declared for the degree.
Also, I believe you did a little bit of research before applying to this program at Maryland. So what made you choose this specific university?
I saw that the university had a pretty good engineering program, and I knew I wanted to do engineering, but I wasn't sure which type. So I decided to apply there. I got in, and that's how I chose the school. And then once I got to the school, I realized that fire engineering was something that they offered here. I had never heard of it before, but so I thought, hey, this looks cool. I might as well try it.
Well, we know you have a variety of courses, as Jim Milkey actually mentioned to us when we spoke. And you learn about computational fire modeling, advanced fire dynamics, human response to fire, but we'd like to find out what's your favorite subject and why.
That's a good question. Actually, what was surprising was my favorite subject last year was public speaking, believe it or not. It was
Oh,
just like something different, I think that it's pretty important. I haven't taken many fire classes yet. I've only taken that intro class so far. So I haven't fully gone into the major yet, but I've been attending events and learning more about it.
Okay, but also that made me think when I did my bachelor's in computer science, I obviously had some classes that I enjoy, like multimedia, web design, and so on. But I had some classes that I completely detest. And I'm not saying that's your case, but there has to be a more demanding subject. So I was wondering what's the most challenging course you took?
Yeah, last year I struggled with mechanics a bit. I thought it was pretty difficult. Uh, I assumed it was going to be like physics, which I had taken in high school, but it turns out it was like slightly different. It was more like conceptually based, I guess. And you kind of had to like think through the problems more rather than just doing them.
Mm.
well, I can say that this does sound complicated to me as well. Now, we've been speaking to many engineers, and we've realized that as a fire engineer, you can do multiple things. So you can go back to the uni and teach fire engineering, or you can you can go to an institute and do some research work, or you can go and work for the government or for a huge company like Tesla or do consulting. I know you just finished your first year, but I am wondering, which part of engineering do you find the most interesting or attractive?
That's a really good question. I do like that there are so many options out there. I think that when I graduate, I'm first gonna find like work for a company and do like some hands-on not research, but like uh, work on buildings and do all of that. And then maybe after that, I might turn to more of a remote role where I could do some research on my own. I think it's important that you like physically do the work first and get a feel of it before you can take a step back and do some research.
Indeed. And would you be interested in moving abroad for a role to discover how fire engineering is it? in other geographies?
Yeah, definitely. I think that it's important to get to know how different weathers and different climates could impact how we use fire protection engineering and the different types of materials that different countries might use.
That's good thinking, I'd say. And just so you know, if you want to go overseas, it's a career that is available in the most countries, and those countries that didn't have it before are recognizing the need. So the demand is expanding.
Yeah, that's true. The demand for fire engineers is increasing year by year, and that's why I've been thinking if you had a chance to put into practice the theoretical aspects learned so far.
Oh, if I've had the chance to do that yet,
Yeah.
I don't think I've done it too much yet, just because I just did my freshman year. But I hope to get into that a lot in the future and kind of think more about how fire engineering impacts others, how it can be used to protect people, and where it's needed most.
There is definitely time to do so. But do you have something in mind for next year or perhaps even this summer, like maybe an internship with a big company like Jensen Hughes or SpaceX?
Yeah, I'm hoping for next summer to reach out to a company and obtain an internship to work with them. I'm really interested in the field and I want to learn more about it. And I think this would be the best way to do so.
Um, well, now that we've been talking about putting into practice the theoretical aspects, I'd like us to talk a bit about a career as a graduate fire engineer. And how hard do you think it is for a graduate to find a job in this field?
Oh, it's super easy to find a job in this field. Like fires are everywhere; they're never going away. So
Yes,
fire engineers are always going to be needed. And honestly, not many people know about the major. So there are not many people that are graduated with that degree. So there's
you're
plenty of
right.
opportunity.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And it's also a very I know for a fact that there are lots of opportunities and lots of different avenues that you can progress in. And for example, if you wanted to do the structural side, there's a need for that structural fire interface.
Exactly, and I think I can say it's also a very portable career. I'm sure we can discuss the benefits of this field for 2 more hours, but I like us to summarize everything in a few sentences because we are almost hitting the finish line with these interviews. So I'm interested in finding out why would you recommend this domain to anyone?
I mean, I think anyone who's looking into engineering should at least take a look at the field, see what it's all about, see if it interests them. If they don't like it, they don't have to do it. But if they like it, they should go for it, try it out, and see what happens. Because I've only heard good things about fire engineering.
So
Me
did we.
too. Exactly. And last but not least, Robert, do you have any advice for someone that is interested in joining the fire safety domain?
Yeah, just reach out to anyone that's in the field. That's what I did when I first got into it, and they'll explain it to you. They can give you connections, help you get set up, and find out what is the next step that you should take.
This is kind of what Tony told us in the last interview as well. So it really does sounds fair to me, and that's a good advice. And yeah, I think that's it, everyone. Great speaking to you today, Robert, and I'd like to wish you good luck in your career as a future fire engineer.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me today. I enjoyed the interview.
Thank you. Thank you.